all attendees to hear you. This system will notify you once you begin your broadcast.
Hey, it's Sam Backer here, and if you can hear me, just say yes in the chat box right now. Hopefully you can hear me. We are looking forward to this webinar. This is the bonus webinar for EngageAFire. Now this will be recorded, and hopefully everything will work smoothly as it should, so we'll get that recording. Awesome, you can hear me. Fantastic. And I have Eva with me as well, my wife.
Hi, everyone.
She's going to be going over some cool bits and pieces throughout the webinar. Right now, though, I'm going to start off by, first of all, asking you what you've thought of EngageAFire so far. It's a software that we promoted this week. It's a software that I really liked myself, and I wanted to get on here and show you a bit more about what you can do with EngageAFire before we get into the launch part of this webinar. So has anyone had the chance to use it yet? Put a 1 in the box if you've successfully had the chance to jump in and try EngageAFire out for yourself. Getting a few ones coming in. Good to see a few more new faces coming onto the webinar as well. Fantastic. So you should be able to see my screen right now. Now what we're going to cover to start off with is we're going to cover, first of all, how to use EngageAFire. I wanted to give you a bit of a tour around EngageAFire and allow you to ask any questions that you want to have answered, basically, as we go through this process. So if that sounds good, say yes, and we'll get started. Fantastic. Now, I've already got a question from Waldo. How to use this with, excuse me, I got a bit of a cold. How to use this with CTA Bar. Now, I'll show you some examples of how you can use it with CTA Bar throughout this demonstration. First of all, though, let's start off our new campaign. To start off a campaign, you say create a new campaign. Then it comes up with a number of different templates that you can use in your campaign. So whether you're doing a Tspring campaign, which I know many of you will be, whether you're doing webinars, whether you've got an opt-in campaign, a mobile campaign, or just a basic opt-in campaign, this gives you a number of different templates you can use. If you want to categorize those, you can use the filter up here. And you can choose whether you want an opt-in, video, or premium template or premium campaign as well. Now this is, I'm just using I believe I should have access to the premium, but for some reason I think I got 2 accounts. I actually bought an account myself, and I also got given an account. So I think I'm using the one that I was given today, which didn't have the pro features in it. But if you want to see the pro features, I will show them to you on this webinar. So I'll just grab it really quickly, grab my other user information. And this should, there we are, cool. All right, I'm going to log in again and show you the new version, the pro version. If you don't have pro features yet, I highly recommend getting it. If you need a link for that, I can get you a link. Cool, logging in right now. This looks better. All right, sharing my screen now, you can see here that this is the pro features that I got. So first of all, create a new campaign, and now we can see we can filter out different features. Now you can see that we have a number of other premium templates available. If I go into premium, then you can see these different premium templates that are available here. And I do recommend getting these if you don't yet have access to these premium templates. It's a small cost right now. I think it's like it's $67, I believe, at the moment during this launch period. So it isn't very much considering. All right, well, let's grab a template and have we play around and see what we can do with this. So let's start off with this one here, the Imac Transparent, and see what we can do with this. Now, a lot of these templates I haven't even had the chance to play around with yet. This is all quite new to me, which is good because it means that I'm able to try this out as well. Also, if you have had any issues getting access to any part of the Pro or the Elite features, they did have a bit of an issue in the sign-up process for a few hours there. So if you weren't able to get access, give me an email with your receipt and I'll get in touch with them personally, and there's my email address right there, or my support, so we can help sort that out for you. All right, cool. So you can see here it's a really cool editor. I like how they've laid this out. It makes it really easy. To edit, you just double click. You're able to highlight, you're able to edit this as you want. So say, for example, there's a new software coming out that we're bringing out very soon called VideoScript. So we could say, download the best video scripts. So say, for example, we were giving away some video scripts for free to get an opt-in, and then we were looking to sell people into our video script software. This is what we could do. So perfect drag and drop, dozens of scripts, dozens of, or maybe you'd probably change that around a bit actually, would say easy to use and customize. Drag this out a bit, and we'll drag this out. There we are. We'll make this white, this text, and all of this is really quite easy to edit. So you've done really well in getting access to the software because it will allow you to do a lot. I'm not going to go through and edit all of this. Once we've done, we can click out. If we wanted to edit this and add some different, different animations or anything like that, we just simply click on that settings button, and then it brings up all the different animations, the animation delay, what kind of animation we're looking to use, and it'll actually do an example of it live on the screen, which is pretty cool. Zoom in, and I've had a lot of fun playing around with these over the last few days. So we'll do bouncing down. There we are. That's pretty cool. All right, now we've got our image here. Now we can change this image as we want. We can move it around if we want to as well. This image here, we'll just adjust the settings of it. Now the great thing about this is they've actually given us a way to add a new image ourselves. So say, for example, if we wanted to go and have a look and find an image that was going to work for us, we could actually drag and drop an image or a screenshot into this. Now I'm going to find a screenshot that I've used recently. Let's try this one just for, I'm not sure what this one is, but we'll see what it is. We'll drag this in here. We'll insert that image. And we'll just see if it uploaded correctly. It may not have uploaded correctly. Try this again. Let's use this. Open. It's uploading. I probably was a bit premature in stopping it. It's done. Insert image. Look at that. Bang. Immediately onto the screen. You can now see this particular advertisement. So it really is well thought out. There's not too much you need to do when it comes to having to do too much, really. So it is really very simple to get going and use. If we want to edit the email, it's very easy again. It's just a matter really of going through editing this as we want. So you can set your opt-in. You can set your opt-in as you want beforehand when you're setting up the system. Now, one thing that or you can just add in the HTML code here, and you can use Aweber, MailChimp, GetResponse, anything like that. If you want to change anything or add anything yourself, you don't really need to do that. There's a couple of occasions though where I did need to add something. So I might want to add in a close button. This is a really cool feature. You drag this X in, and now if anyone wants to close this when it pops up, by clicking that, they can now close it. How cool is that? Marketing. We can add in ebooks. We can add in computer screens, Tspring countdowns, T-shirts if we want. There's different steps we can do. We can add geolocations. This is a really, really cool piece of software, and it's no surprise that it's had such great feedback so far. Then at the end of it, if we want to preview this on different formats, we can preview it really easy. Look at this. Bang. This is how it looks on mobile, how it looks on iPad, and how it looks on computer. Very easy to use and a very cool piece of software. If we want to, we can now go ahead and save this. It should save by clicking here. We've saved it, and then we close, and then we can go and we can edit our settings. We can choose which site we're going to add it to. So it might be, say, for example, www.sambackerconsulting.com, assign, and then from there we get to choose our settings. It's on. We can name it something, add a description. We're going to have it on exit intent, on page close, when scrolling, manual click, and there's all sorts of features from there. Then you can just save when you're done, add it to your website, which is really easy again. Just go to settings. So you don't go to settings, you go to integrations. and then you can download the WordPress version of it, or you can get the embed code. So it's very, very easy. They've even got a remote commander. Now this is included with the front-end offer if you got the unlimited. And what this gives you the ability to do is create these pop-ups. So when they're clicked, it's actually, the pop-up will show on an external website. So say, for example, if we were going to even like a site like CNN.com, we could have our pop-up popping over CNN.com when someone clicked on our link. Pretty cool, right? So has anyone got any immediate questions about this software, Engagifire, before we get into the launch part or section of this webinar? And if you haven't got access to those upgrades yet, I highly recommend doing it. These templates, they're going to be increasing in price very soon, but right now you can, get access to them and be able to do that as well. Can you do a horizontal flip in the templates? What does that mean, a horizontal flip? Is that a type of animation or effect? Explain a bit more. Cool. The last feature. Now, the remote commander, I'll actually show you this. I haven't even had the chance to test it yet, but I know what it does because I saw the video on it. So let's just do example 1. Type in .com, save. We'll assign a campaign 4. Save. Then when we use this link right here, you see this? I'm going to load this up, this particular link. It brings up CNN.com, and then there's my pop-up. See how easy that was? We've actually got our pop-up over CNN.com. Really, really cool feature. I should actually put a video out about that feature because it is a really cool feature that will allow you to do that. And yeah, it's really easy to add this to client sites. Cool. So I hope that explained that feature. A really cool piece that will allow people to visit through a link. Now, there's one other part that I wanted to show you, and that's the two-step opt-in feature. Now, I'm going to use this campaign to show you this two-step opt-in feature. This is another really, really cool component of the software. You'll see here that there's 2 steps. You've got initial and opt-in. So when someone clicks on this, they click on download now, it'll load up this, and it'll allow you to submit your email address. So let's preview that. We'll just go to initial, download, click, see? We're previewing it. If we click this download now, bang, then it loads up the email. So that's the 2-step opt-in. And you can adjust this as you want. You would have seen that on my bonus page, I actually used this 2-step opt-in feature to help promote the software, to actually show you, when you go to social postmanager.com/EngageAFire. You can see this here. And to actually demonstrate the software, what I did, and we'll just wait for this video to load so I can pause it, is I actually had this pop up. But it wasn't a 2-step feature. You see when you click here, it actually goes through the JVZoo link to the sales page. So I'd actually turned one of these 2-step pop-ins into a 1-step pop-in. And this is the template that I used to do that. And I simply deleted the opt-in. I changed the initial, its URL, and then I was to use it from there. It's really flexible, this software. Now, this will work here if you're using Gmail, Yahoo to subscribe. That'll work, yes. Cool. So I hope that answered that question. All right. Well, this is a really cool software. I know you've probably had a ton of fun playing around with it. But now what I wanted to actually bring Eva on, because I said that during this webinar that I'd be showing you a bit of information about what goes on behind the scenes of our systems and what we do behind our business here. So very soon I'm going to answering all your questions at the end of this webinar. We will do more questions and answers, but I wanted to bring Eva on to talk a little bit about, first of all, this business, the different phases, and she's going to go through the different processes that sort of put together our business, how we make money, how everything happens behind here. Because you've probably seen these bonus pages. You would have seen this bonus page. Eva actually created this bonus page right here. So a lot that goes behind the scenes goes into this. So I want to give you a chance to talk to Eva because I think this will really help your understanding of online marketing. Does that sound good to everyone? Just put a big yes in the box if that sounds good. Awesome. Getting a ton of yeses. So I'm going to bring Eva on now. She's going to talk a bit about the different phases, what she describes as the different phases. And what she's done is she's actually created a number of guides that go through the different phases, the different processes. And this will give her a bit of a trigger to talk about. And yeah, I'll pass it on to Eva. She's here with me, obviously, because she's my wife. So we're just going to switch seats.
Oh, hello, everyone. Good to be here. Basically, Sam has asked me to come on board and talk a little bit about the behind the scenes. And what you're seeing right now on your screens is just one of the sort of documents, I guess, that I've created. And basically the idea came about 3 years ago when I first met Sam, and I realized that while his business was successful and thriving, I was shocked to find out that he had absolutely no systems in place, no processes, nothing. Everything just came from his brain. He had no checklists. He knew what he needed to do, but at the same time, Sam's giving me faces right now, but at the same time, for me, I just felt like as a very process-driven person, I mean, for the people that do know me quite well, I run a social media company, and for me, consistency is always key, and we always ensure that we have set processes of how, I guess, our team help businesses online with social media, because it's so important, especially when you're working with businesses. If anyone is working with businesses on here, you'll really understand the importance of this, that every single client that comes on, you want to give them a certain amount of, service in order to achieve a desired result. And we've been very, very lucky to build up a process and system around that. And I realized at probably about last year when Sam and I got married, I got more of a look inside his business, and I realized that he was doing consistent six-figure launches. And I thought, well, wouldn't this be fantastic if more people knew about it? So I decided to put together this sort of document. So Sam, do people on this webinar have this document? No. Okay. So people that are listening to this, okay, so I'll quickly sort of go through a number of different phases. So the first phase of this entire, I guess, guide to launching is all about mindset. So it's about, getting your head in the game and understanding what it is that you really want to do. The second phase, which you're seeing right here on the screen, and this is where sort of, more of my systems orientated kind of bits and pieces come in, is creating your big idea. So I realized that Sam was very consistent in what he was doing with his launches, because he was always creating a product that fit into a certain category. So, and these categories are the ones that I have put into this document here. So as you might have got a glimpse of, like software and digital downloadable products and things like that. And so for me, putting this, I guess, this particular phase together was all about writing down what exactly you needed to watch out for, how to create it, how to make it, and what you needed to basically know about in order to get a product ready for market. Because the next phase is all about getting your product ready for launch. And this is where I took all of Sam's, everything that I had observed of Sam's business and put it together into a very specific checklist and very specific steps. So, go here and do this and set up your website on here and find a domain over here, set up an autoresponder, get a PayPal account, all of those things. But more importantly was the process of actually getting your product ready for launch. So some people think that, I'll just create a software and then that'll be it. But in reality, there's a lot of behind the scenes work that happens. I mean, even apart from just testing the product, you need to ensure that your product can, for example, register people automatically. You need to ensure that your support team have, a process to follow if you do have a team doing your support. But one of the most important things that I decided to put into that phase was actually giving people that had access to this product, giving them the exact sales page templates that Sam uses, giving them the exact video script templates that Sam uses. So Sam has a number of very high converting sales pages, video scripts, upgrade page text, and all of those things put together. For me, it was screaming, please, Eva, put us into a process so Sam can follow this for years to come, and so other people can follow it as well. So and all of this stuff works, and Sam uses it consistently. Sam does a lot of fantastic launches, and Sam even gets asked and gets paid to come on board and launch with other people. So this process isn't just for us. It's it's even for the people that come to Sam and say, hey, we want to launch, and sometimes those people have no idea what goes into a product launch. So I decided to put that all together into a document. And so the next two phases are all about obviously launching, making sure that you have followed up with affiliates, JVs that are going to be promoting your product, making sure that your product is definitely ready for sale and that you've triple checked everything and you're using the correct platform, for example, JVZoo, if you're going to be launching on that. And the last phase is about creating an extra stream of income for yourself, and then repeating the process all over again. So the last part is obviously going out there and testing other products and looking at what else is available, something that you can use in your business to further your business more, and then telling people that have bought from you in the past about it as well. And one of the really cool things about that is Sam actually let me use some of his email texts that he uses sometimes that are the most high converting ones for him to date. And basically then you just repeat it. And if you've been a follower of Sam's, you can probably see that Sam does, he does launches. It's not always his own launches. He sometimes partners up with other people, or other people come to him to partner up, and he keeps people updated about new products that are coming out that he's using for his business, products that he's bought, products that people have asked him to have a look at and see if he likes it. And he just repeats that process over and over again. And it's, it sounds boring, but somehow Sam's managed to, not fall asleep during it. Because the reality is that, not everyone is as crazy, and so into detail like I am. And Sam obviously has a lot of, I don't know what the word for it is, maybe free spirit when it comes to, creating things. But at the end of the day, all that I can observe is that Sam still follows a process, whether he still doesn't acknowledge it. He still thinks that he does, he's very innovative in what he does every single day. But this is, if you follow these steps, this is, you will consistently get the same results, or, near to the same results as Sam does get. And it just comes down to following something so meticulously every single time. So I think that's what I needed to cover. I'm not quite sure 100% what exactly I needed to cover throughout this, but I'll just pass it over to Sam, and maybe I can, if I need to, I'll answer some questions of things I didn't cover, I guess.
Sure. So the reason that Eva's sharing that is that this is a system that we're planning on launching very soon. And I was actually gonna go ahead and invite you to get access to this if you wanted to on the webinar. We're actually going to be selling this very soon, but because you got access to EngageAFire, because you've taken the time out to get on this live webinar, what we're going to do is we're going to give away some copies of this software. This system. It's a 6-phase system. And because you're on this webinar, you can qualify. Now, all we ask for is that once you basically just message me and let me know how your results have been with EngageAFire, what you thought of the system. Let me know what you thought of the bonus package. Just give me a quick write-up on Facebook or to my email address and let me know. And once you've done that, once you just write a few sentences, just let me know what you think of EngageAFire. Let me know what you think about the bonus pages we've been putting together, or just a quick, basically, your thoughts. And send it to one of these two addresses. And you won't have to pay the launch price of this. We're going to be launching. Right now it's actually selling, and it's sold about 100 copies in the last week or so. And it's been selling at $17. Now that's a real discounted price. It will be eventually selling at $47. But if you do want to get a copy of this, if you like what Eva has been saying, you want to be able to use those same processes, then just give me an email or a message on Facebook, quick write-up that I can use in future, just about either EngageAFire or the bonuses we've been offering recently, or why you want access to this system of Evas, and I'll send you a copy of it as a wee reward.
Doesn't necessarily have to be all good things, does it, Sam? If you have some criticism about perhaps some of the process that we're following, we'd love to hear about it too.
Yep, yeah, of course. So just let us know that, and I'll be able to send you a copy. Now, does anyone have any questions for Eva today? She works behind the scenes on a lot of our business here, and if you want to ask her any questions, let her know right now. And otherwise, what I'll do is I'll answer any questions about EngageAFire, and I'll show you a couple of bits and pieces that I wanted to show you on this webinar.
Nope, I think everyone's excited about EngageAFire.
I think everyone's just emailing me. That's the thing. Cool. Peter's asked, does this work for any product launch?
Yes, of course. As you can see on your screen right now, there's a number of different products that I've put together examples of, and exactly how you can ensure that you have a product that's ready for launch. And so, yes, I mean, we have this process is used by Sam very, very widely, but in probably the most recent about 6 months, Sam has shared this with a couple of other people, and they in fact have also been able to do 5 to 6 figure launches. So it's definitely something that we wouldn't have, we wouldn't be selling if it wasn't something that worked. That didn't work, I mean. So yeah, absolutely. And Peter, you asked about you asked about any, whether it works on any product launch. I guess in this particular document, I believe I outlined about 5 or 6 different types of products, and those are the ones that I've seen Sam create and have sold most successfully. You can absolutely do it, for absolutely any product under the sun. I still think that the process is going to work the same for it all, but I think that the ones that I sort of outline in the process are in fact ones that, I have personally seen and observed working really, really well.
Awesome. All right. Now, some more questions. Does it matter if it's online or offline?
We created it in a way, I'm sorry, Sam, you didn't really have much to do with it. Yeah. I just observed what you were doing. It's created in a way that, yes, you can do both. Obviously, in order to create a product and sell it online, you do need to be online. But Peter, if you are wanting to use it for, say, an offline client, definitely is going to work for that as well. I think the key sort of thing around this is that because it's based on Sam's online business, things like, taking payments via PayPal and using an autoresponder and having a domain and website. Those are all things that can obviously only happen online, and but to be honest, most businesses are most likely to have all those things as well. So hopefully that answers your question. I do believe that it will work for both, but obviously it's something where the platform would need to be online.
Cool. Fantastic.
Thanks, Peter.
Awesome. All right. Cool. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through a couple of more pieces of very quickly though. Eva's done a bit of this. How do you find a good software developer and process? Do you have something in the processes that goes into that?
Yes, absolutely. Not many people know this. Sam is very secretive about this. Whenever he has any HR issues, he tends to come to me. So I've hired a number of developers and have found them at short notice very, very quickly over the last, for a really long time. the process does outline how you would put up a job description for a developer. Yes, absolutely. And it outlines all the wording that, for example, I use in my own ads. It gives you some tips on how to best sort of pay them and a whole bunch of other stuff. I know that a lot of people believe that, it can cost, $500,000 to create a software. Not always the case, as you will find. And yeah, the more you read through the process document, the more you'll sort of understand, what you might want to spend on a developer to create a software, and how much your idea is worth. And then if you follow the process, then obviously you're going to make your money back sort of tenfold almost.
Awesome. And already receiving some emails, so that's fantastic. Tim, thank you for your email, and we'll be sending that out to you right after this webinar. So expect to receive that report, which is great. So if anyone else is on this call, you want to get access, give me an email through the details I posted in chat, or Facebook me, and I'll be able to send you out a copy right after this webinar. Now, there was a quick question. Who's heard about LeadMonster? Put a 1 in the box if you've heard something about LeadMonster over the last couple of days. Cool, we're getting a couple of ones, a few ones. Now, there is a software coming out that's very similar to EngageAFire. It's one that is very similar in many ways. And I've been getting a few questions over the last couple of days about what exactly it is. So expect an email from me today, and I'll be telling you about the differences, the similarities. The softwares are very similar in nature, but just so you know that you've got EngageAFire. It's really, really good. It has any features that LeadMonster have, because I've been testing out LeadMonster today, and the only feature that LeadMonster has, the only 2 features that LeadMonster has that EngageAFire does not have, is it basically has a heat map software, so you can actually see where people's mouses have been clicking on the popover. And also the other difference is LeadMonster, and you'll hear some more about it soon. LeadMonster basically gives you the ability to A/B split test as well, and I don't believe that EngageAFire gives you the ability to do that A/B split testing. So those are really the only 2 differences that I've seen so far with these softwares between the 2, but I'll be sending out an email as well. I've been getting a bit of feedback, a few questions, because both softwares are coming out at the same time and they're both very similar, so expect a email from me about that very soon. Cool, getting a ton of people emailing in now, which is great. Fantastic. So one question that I wanted to answer. Cool. All right, great. Cahill said that EngageAFire does have split testing in the Elite feature, in the Elite upgrade, which is great. Good to know. I wasn't aware of that. It shows I've got EngageAFire and EngageAFire Pro, but I don't have the upgrade from that. So if you do want A/B split testing, that's good to know. Then you can get access to that A/B split testing in that upgrade. And if it suits your business, if you want to be able to test, it does make a difference, then that's a good upgrade. And I'm going to go and have a look at that for myself. Cool. I have the ability to promote many other companies. Can EngageAFire work for that? Yes, I actually asked the EngageAFire guys whether this EngageAFire actually used or had the ability to use with offline businesses, and the answer is yes, you can use it with offline businesses. So yeah, you'll be able to do that. Now, EngageAFire Ultimate, can you explain what you get with EngageAFire Ultimate? Yes, I can. I'll just get the URL. Cool. I'll just ask the guys for that URL so I can send it out to you and I can go through exactly what's inside of it. Cool. Christopher's asked. Great. Yep. All good. Okay, Chris. Yes, I got that. And cool. Thank you, Cahill, for clarifying that, the A/B split testing. So yes, EngageAFire can do that. So you've got a really cool piece of software. Now I wanted to quickly go through how we get our. Actually, I'll go through this Ultimate, the EngageAFire Ultimate, so you get to see that. I just got the URL, so I'll show you that URL right now. Now, Engagifire Ultimate includes those additional features that we've been talking about, and I'll just post the URL in here. This is an affiliate link that'll just take you directly to that Ultimate upgrade, and I'll go through on my screen with you what's inside it right now.
Sorry, just a quick interruption, Chris. I think you were asking about whether Engagifire can be used for businesses. So yes, it can. I believe that there is a level where you can purchase it to use for businesses as well. So as Sam mentioned, offline businesses, but also online businesses, absolutely. And I guess speaking from experience of I've done quite a number of webinars with Sam that are around Facebook competitions that we run for our clients for social media, and competitions are hands down the most sort of the biggest lead generation tool that we have ever used for our clients. They love them, and it's it's really, really good. And I think Engagifire is one of those tools that can really help you sort of put your competitions on steroids, definitely.
Cool. So you can see here that on the screen is the Ultimate package, Engagifire Ultimate. If you do want to get access to this, it includes white label rights to a couple of softwares, and it includes a number of other different softwares that will help you when you're using Engagifire. If that's something you want, that URL that I just posted is the place to go, and you'll be able to do it. It will give you access to everything on this page, and it is $197. So it's a bit more pricey. The benefit of getting Pro is that you get the additional templates, and I do recommend, I would say that Pro is probably more important than the Ultimate, but if you do want the other features inside of Ultimate, then that will also help as well. Now, Cahill, yes, we do. There's a few packages that we offer when it comes to coaching. There is a package we've put together right now for consulting and online coaching. If you do want to find out about that, just give me an email on sam@sambacker.com. We also do have a launch package that we offer as well, which with people that have created software already, if you'd created a software, for example, you had a good software, you bought it to us, there is an opportunity to actually launch with us for a price as well. We do that. We're booked out until June at the moment, so that booked out until June, but from there is time that is free. And as you can see, Stuart is the creator of Engagifire. I was just chatting with him and confirming that all the details of those different upsells. How much would you charge a client if we create a pop-up for them? Just a rough estimate. Well, Eva's probably better to ask than me. Eva, what would you charge a client for a popover on their site?
I would probably start out at about $300. I mean, about $300 US. That's about the amount that we charge to run a competition. So that's basically putting together about 5 posts and then drawing a winner from it, using softwares like Engagifire to run competitions. So in order to put a pop over a website, you could do that. I do know that some people have emailed into me and have been asking about Engagifire and asking if they could actually charge clients per lead that comes in, and that's actually also quite a good idea. I mean, you can ask your client how much one lead is worth to them. I know, for example, last year I was working with an accounting firm, and they knew exactly how much every single lead was going to be worth to them. So you can talk to someone to your client, and they might say, well, actually every lead is worth about $5 to us because we think that on average they're going to get us this much, an X amount of business, which is cool. That's fine. So you could maybe work out some sort of plan where you just multiply the amount of leads that come in by $5, and then that's your pay sort of for the month. To be honest, I mean, what I would probably do if I was using this for clients, I would offer the service to update the popover, maybe once every 2 weeks or once every single week, and then charge, maybe from $500 to even $1,000. Just if you know that you are going to be driving traffic to some of these pages, I would probably charge about that much, because leads really are quite important to businesses. And if you think about it, these are quite sort of qualified leads. I know a few months ago, one of Sam's coaching clients, actually, she was running she was collecting bookings for a restaurant, and I believe that she got about, she through a software similar to this, she managed to get about 100 bookings within, I think, a week.
Reservations within. It was actually in a couple of days.
Okay, yeah, reservations. And if you think about it, I mean, as a restaurant, I don't know what kind of restaurant it was, but on average, if a couple come to a restaurant, they're going to spend about maybe $100. So $100 times 100 reservations. That's pretty. I mean, that's about, what is it, like $10,000 for a business. And do you think that a business would be happy enough to pay say $1,000 of that to you?
Yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, and we had a question here about how do you count the leads? What you do is you'd probably actually, inside of EngageAFire itself, you can either have the leads come into there, or you can have it coming into your own system, which is shared with the client. So they can see the leads, they can pick them up, or you can see them as well. So there's no confusion as to who got that lead, because it's on a separate system. And that's a very easy way. And just giving the client access to that so they can see the different leads that are on that system will help and make it really easy.
The way that I tend to do it in my business is we actually collect the leads on their behalf, and then we send them an Excel spreadsheet at the end of the month, or at the end of the period when we're working with them, and then they can insert that into their own autoresponders. You do need to make sure that they can actually import those leads. They have an autoresponder that would import them, but that's the way that we do it. But like Sam said, that's another thing that you can do.
Cool. Now, this does work with CTA Bar. Now, CTA Bar, if you don't know about CTA Bar, it's a software that I bought out recently, which allows you to add call to action bars on your web page. So, yes, this will work with CTA Bar. Now, what you do is you could have your CTA Bar set up at the bottom of the page. And I'll just show you, if I go to CTA Bar Co, for example, and if I wanted to, say if I was here at CTA Bar Co, this is a CTA bar down the bottom here. So you can have opt-ins, you can have an action bar, an action button, you can have countdowns. Anything you want can be basically added to the bottom or the top of your site, which is really cool. So then you just have an exit splash coming up. So if you were to exit, then the popover would come, or if say you're on the site for a certain period of time, a popover could come and ask for an email address. These two softwares work really well together. They are different softwares, but they do work really well together.
And the way, just coming in with like the process of how to do this all, the way to put it into your CTA bar is you would go, while you're building your CTA bar, when you're adding in features of what you actually want to appear on that bar, there is one item in the drop-down menu that's called HTML. So you just go into HTML, grab the Engagifire code for that, the embed code, and then you just put it in there. And as Sam said, if you put it on, for example, for when someone exits, as soon as someone exits the page on which that CTA bar is on, then it will pop up.
Yep, perfect. Cool. And there won't be any clashes either. They work really easily together. I actually tested them out when I was, you would have seen in my video that I created for the bonus page. I actually tested out both of these together. And they worked fine. There's never been an issue with them. Yeah, it's very cool. The Commando feature, being able to use other people's websites to draw clients in, is a very cool feature. It's called the remote controller. Remote commander, and yes, that's a really cool feature. If you don't yet have that, it's really well worth getting. Yes, it is legal. There's no problem with it. It's really just them clicking on a link, they go, and your popover will pop up over a website. It's that easy. So it's very, very cool. Now, in my experience, I've got a good question here from GB. We use OptimizePress for all of our sites, our websites. Eva's very familiar with it. I'm very familiar with it. Is it the best software out there? Maybe not.
WordPress plugin.
It's a theme. Yeah, it's a theme or a plugin. Yeah. In our opinion, it's been really good. There are some problems with it being a bit slow sometimes, but it's the best we've found so far, and it does work really well with EngageAFire. CSN users block the EngageAFire pop-ups. I'm not sure what CSN is.
Can users block
pop-ups?
Pop-ups?
Can users block pop-ups? I don't believe they can block these pop-ups. It's a bit of a different pop-up. They might be able to. I haven't tried that. I'd say it wouldn't be a problem, but if someone had everything had gone ahead and tried everything to block these pop-ups because they're sick of them popping up, I'm sure there's probably a way to do it, but it would be very rare to find someone who actually has. Cool. So some websites, that's true. Some websites will block the remote commander as well. For example, Tspring, I believe. Tspring is a website that will probably block it. So let's just try Tspring. Discover, save. Yeah, so it'll actually let you know if it can't be used. So see here, sorry, this website URL cannot be used. So the great thing about this is that you'll know immediately if this popover won't pop up over a site. So that's a real advantage. Does Facebook have any issues with pop-ups? I don't believe so. I think it would still work on Facebook fine. Cool. I'll actually I'll show you this command link in chat. So I'll put this into the chat box so you can actually see for yourself how it works. Cool. Engagifire is for any website, Chris. So it's for Facebook. It's also for any website around the web. It's for WordPress sites. It's for sales pages. Everything it can be used for. In terms of, have I tried ClickFunnels? No, I haven't, Clive. I've heard it's really good, but I haven't tried it. Awesome. All right, cool. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to find out about today? Please email me in if you want these step-by-steps. We are going to be selling them very soon. This is an offer that's only available for people on this live webinar. So if you do want to get access to Evas program, we're only offering a certain amount of these, a limited amount. There's a limited amount of people on this webinar. You guys have been really good to me in terms of your comments and also for getting access to Engagifire. From me, getting the bonuses from me. I know that there are other people out there that are talking about it, and we try to do our best to make it the best deal and give you the best information as to whether it's right for you. So I hope that has helped. Do you have a directory template you recommend? I'm not sure about a directory template. I'm assuming you mean like a email, like a website directory. I'm not sure. I couldn't recommend one that I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, now Clive, a lot of websites do block these pop-ups. So do check when you're entering it into Remote Commander. Just check that if it's blocked or not. Cool, Christopher. Yes, it will work with ProStyler. Yeah, it will. Oh, a deal site template. How about a deal site template? Will it work with a deal site template? Yes, it will. In terms of deal site templates that we recommend, I recommend going to Shopify and having a look. Shopify has some really cool deal websites available. I've used Shopify for a few projects, and I think it's really good. SK, if you've already purchased Evas Guide, first of all, congratulations for getting access, and thanks for being so eager. Give me an email here. Let me know that you've already purchased Evas Guide, and we'll send you out something else special. We'll make it worth your while. And Eva's happy that you've purchased her guide already. So, good work. Getting ahead of everyone. Awesome. All right. Well, I hope that everyone's enjoyed this webinar today. That covers everything we wanted to cover today. We do want to give you access to this step-by-step. So again, get access through this link right here or email me on this address. And also, if you would like to qualify as well for any of those upgrades in Engagifire, I do highly recommend getting access to those. I will be posting another email out at some point soon with a final chance to get these. It is a really cool software you've got access to. I love it. I know I've probably had the best feedback of any software that's been released this year from Engagifire, and I'm happy about that because I knew when I saw it that it was a really cool software that had a lot of potential. So I hope everyone's enjoyed this webinar. Put a big yes in the box if you've enjoyed this webinar. If you'd like us to do more of these, then let me know. And we look forward to talking with you again soon. Now, White Label Rights, There isn't any white label rights available for Engagifire, unfortunately. I would have snapped it up in a second if there was, but unfortunately, yes, I know it's sad. There isn't. Yeah, it's not available for Engagifire. So yeah, and thanks for everyone's comments as well. A lot of great comments coming in. We appreciate it. We're actually heading off to the UK in a couple of days, probably about 2-3 days. We'll be in the UK. So if anyone's in the UK, shoot me a message to my email, and we'll see if there's enough people, we'll get a coffee or something like that. We'll be in the UK, Ireland for a bit, possibly hop over to Malta. But if there is an opportunity to catch up, let us know. I've caught up with a few subscribers recently through in Chiang Mai, which was a lot of fun. So awesome. That's it. Give me an email. Let me know whereabouts in the UK you are, and we'll see if we can hook up and connect. Perfect. All right. Why are we going to the UK? We're off to the UK. Eva's going on a wee trip herself, and for me, I'm hopping across to see my sister in Ireland, and I'm also catching up with Josh Rata. If you know Josh, Josh and I are working on a software project at the moment, so we thought we'd hop across to the UK and finish off that software project that's called VideoScript 2.0. You're going to be finding more about it on the 1st. You'll find out more about it on the 1st of April. You'll find out, and we're actually offering beta spots for VideoScript 2.0. It's looking really good. It's a Adobe Air software which is connected up to the cloud, so you can basically share your scripts with people online. You can travel. You can use VideoScript on your iPad, your iPhone. You can you can write video scripts while you're offline. You don't have to be online to be able to write these video scripts. You can actually be offline on a plane, and you can still be writing these video scripts on your Adobe Air or iPad. It's going to be a really cool software. We're really excited about it. So we're connecting up in the UK to finish everything off. And hopefully we'll get 100 people on to beta test this before we release it in a couple of months. So really exciting stuff. Cool. Now, Carla, if you want to be a beta tester, I'll be sending you an email out about that. It's going to be a really quite low cost, so don't worry about the price. You'll just have to be in quick, but I will be sending you an email out on about the 31st of March about that. So look out for an email from me on the 31st of March. Just make sure that you're getting my emails, and you'll get an email from me with all the details about how to become a beta tester, and it'll be exciting to have you on board. It'll be it's a really cool software. We're really excited about how it's turned out. So it's called VideoScript 2.0. It'll basically do anything you need when it comes to video scripts. I'll show you a wee preview just because I've gone on about it enough. Let me show you a wee preview of it. So this is the version that I'm going over there with Josh to create. I'll just load it up right now. And I'm just going to load it up on my screen so I can show you this. It's actually just updating. And then we'll go ahead and access this. All right, so I'll share my screen. So this is the software itself. We're still adding in a few of the features. We're going to make it so it can be accessed online, it can be accessed offline, it can be available, all of that. And yes, if you've downloaded my Chrome plugin, then you will get notified right away of that beta test spot. So do look out on my Chrome plugin for that notification as well. So if you want to create a script now, you can click on Create Script, Video Script. You're actually the first people other than me and Josh to see this. I think this is the first time Eva's been seeing it as well. You can select a template with your online marketing script, a video marketing script, a fitness script, a social media script, dating, weight loss, offline marketing, one-time offers, and we're adding more of these as we go. So then you can choose what kind of script you want. So you could use Sam Becker's 400K script, for example. You can preview the script, the whole thing, what it looks like. If you like it, you click the tick. And then you can drag in certain components of it into here, select them, and add sentences as you want. You can edit things as you want as well. And it's basically a full editor. Once you've finished, you can publish the script into Doc, PDF, or PowerPoint. You can then choose what kind of PowerPoint you want to publish it into, and then within a matter of seconds, you can have a video script that's professionally written, published, and ready on and working on your website. So this feature is just being added in at the moment, but you'll see that very soon. And there's also a number of different features. We've even added an import script feature, so you'll be able to import your scripts very soon as well and use them directly. Quick preview. Yeah, so if you do have another script you want to add in, if you're using another script software, you can actually edit, grab and import other scripts from other softwares and add them into our system and use our system for all of those scripts in future. So really cool feature. All right, cool. So I'm getting enough comments about the beta test, so do look out for that. Make sure you're in first, and you'll be able to get access to this video script software. We're really excited about it. I know you guys will be able to beta test this immediately, and it'll be a lot of fun. So, all right, enough of that. I'm getting excited about it. Eva's telling me we have things to do. So I want to say thank you, everyone, for coming on. I hope you've really enjoyed this webinar. I'm going to sign off now, and I look forward to talking with you soon. We're going to be sending out those reports to you tonight, and make sure that you've emailed me to get that report, and we'll be able to send one of those out. So thank you again for being on this webinar, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks, everyone. See you later.
Cool. See you later.